The community impact wheel is a living, breathing thing until the survey closes and we can analyze what it tells us. And this is where we simply can't afford to drop the ball. So I've gone back into the feedback tab in my survey to look at what the leadership versus the community wheel tells us. So at this point, we need to feed back to the community. We need to understand what the wheel tells us and what we're going to do about it. We need to look at how the community and leadership weightings align. How deep is the color in the community sections telling us how well the community's expectations have been met? This feedback loop is a hugely important part of engaging the community again and showing that its members' views and values and priorities matter. So our community is now engaged and they expect to hear back from us, and they need to know that we're going to be doing something about the understanding we now have, because we have created this degree of transparency and accountability so that we've opened up the leadership strategy towards the community. Especially if there are big discrepancies between the community's views and values and priorities when we compare them to the leadership, or if the community feels that their expectations haven't been met very well. So let's analyze and pick apart what this particular wheel tells us at this point in time. The main element that I can immediately see is that while at the moment we're spending about 15% of our efforts, time, money, resources in networking with clients' activities and initiatives, our community thinks that it's a much more important part of the commercial collaborations work that we're doing. And not only that, but the community also feels that their expectations haven't been met very well. So we need to do more networking with clients and we need to do it better. Conversely, we can see that how-to business guides are quite a big part of our activities and initiatives at the moment. So our community doesn't expect us to do maybe that much of that, but we need to do it better. So we need to now go back and look at our activities and see how can we improve what we're already doing, which is of course a totally different thing of doing more of the same. So already here from these data points, this information, this transparency, we can start seeing where our community's leadership needs to go in. But this analysis, of course, is not enough. We need to create a fast feedback loop back to the community to tell them what we've learned and what we're going to do about it. Now, that doesn't always have to mean that we have to go out and completely change our long-term strategies, but it does mean that we put ourselves and the leadership on the line and say, we hear you. We care about what your views, values, and priorities are, and we're going to actively take them into account and continue engaging with you to drive the community in the direction its members needed to go in. So we can submit our feedback here as text or even as a video from the leadership. Then we invite our community to view the wheel again using the generic survey link that we created at the beginning, that we can again copy here. Or asking the community's members to use their saved links or their bookmark links to see again themselves in the middle, the community of peers around them, and the leadership around them. And now let's jump into that feedback. So I'm going to leave my admin view and go in again as a member of the community. This now tells us a story. As an individual user, I can see myself in the middle, the community of peers around me, and the leadership strategic direction around me. As an individual user, am I happy with the feedback and the direction this is taking from the leadership's point of view? Yes, I think I am. I think my voice has been heard. I see where I fit in the bigger picture, and I understand where the leadership is taking me. And I've had fun while doing it, and I'm happy to do it again.